Rogan and how he did not take the COVID vaccination.
But this crisis is far from over. Hundreds and hundreds.
Sean, I don't think you're listening to me.
Still trapped, hopelessly abandoned.
Okay, Sean, you gotta stop talking over me.
And ask yourself.
Sean, stop.
All right, we got him stopped. I'm tired of him talking over us. What do we got to say about this shit?
All right, listen, it all boils down to the COVID-19 vaccinations. Yeah, I'm not hearing myself. Check, syphilis.
You don't need to hear yourself, do you?
Yes, I do.
Is that one of the symptoms of COVID?
That might be one of the symptoms of COVID. Actually, it is. So I have COVID, but I need to hear myself.
I'd go and get tested, but I know that they just say that you're positive in order to boost the numbers. It's been proven, you know.
Oh, I'm always positive.
Yeah, I'm positive too.
With everything. We're always positive here on the Joe Rogan Experience.
That's right. All right, so let's see what he...
If it was you or someone you loved, cared about, if they were abandoned by a president of the United States behind enemy lines...
Which president specifically?
Yeah, exactly. Are we talking about Bush, Clinton?
Are we talking about Obama?
Don't say the T word.
Would you want your president and your country to move on and pull up stakes and say, well, you're on your own?
Well, I would love a country that would actually pull out, because any grown man, grown woman would know that when you pull out, it's the best thing in the world. Because you don't really want to put in, you want to pull out.
Right. I would definitely make sure that you use protection too.
Because that's what the State Department has up on their website. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, on this show, we're not moving on. We may cover other stories, but we'll never move on until every American
listens to our broadcast for the next 5 years over this, or however long the president Biden is in office. We're going to constantly drone this bullshit.
He's only going to be in office for the next 8 years. That's it.
Every day that goes by, the risk gets higher and higher. The terrorists and the Taliban.
Every day that goes by, the risk gets higher and higher that he will be out of office.
It gets higher and higher.
Keeping their word. Well, that is ever since Joe Biden became president. And they're, in fact, now going door to door, as we speak, executing anyone and everyone that they know that work with the United States.
But that's been happening for years. That's been happening with every establishment. It doesn't matter if you have a Democrat or a Republican in there.
No, it doesn't matter. And who gave the orders,
by the way?
We don't know. Is there any evidence of this going on door to door?
Is it Joe Biden or is it his entourage?
Joe Rogan.
In the last 20 years, Congressman Michael Waltz said that Afghanistan is about to make 1979 in Tehran, 52 hostages, 444 days, look like a sleepover. It's that bad. Sadly, I agree with the Congress.
Are there any types of people or hostages or anything that are being bargained with right now today?
Is there? Can you answer that?
Are there any?
Mr. Hannity?
Are there any today?
Congressman, and I pray to God we're both wrong. But Joe Biden,
you are wrong.
He can't seem to be bothered.
And you're not answering the question.
Parade of bad decisions. Some of my colleagues in Washington are trying to spin it.
Are these the same pictures that we see? Pause it. Are these the same pictures that we see with Obama? We see with the hurricane people that stand out there in the middle of full winds, and they're acting like the winds are so high, but yet you see people in the background just walking by. This is the same kind of, pull the wool over the wolf's eyes.
Yeah, it's gaslighting. We're there.
I mean,
The president, Secretary of Defense, known from
and here we go. Peppermint Patty.
that the Taliban are good actors.
We have an option. We're going to have to work with the
Wait, who are the good actors? I want to say that the Taliban are totally outacting you clowns.
And did they just say that we have to work with the Taliban? Is that what they just said?
Yeah, but here we go. We're going to get ready and we're going to get into the racial studies on the military.
lost.
Of course, we will be assessing. It's, of course, based on how they treat individuals in the country, how they treat women, whether they let people who want to leave the country leave. All of those are factors that we will be assessing.
You can put perfume on a pig, but it still stinks.
Americans held hostage, abandoned.
All right, so pause that. Yeah.
We're at day 19.
Yeah. So basically, they're just saying that, hey, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and this is what we're going to do, and whatever we tell you, you should just believe.
We didn't know what happened to begin with.
Let's put some goddamn makeup on a pig.
All right, let's put day 19. Day 19, we're going to count this thing down for the next 7 years. Then we're going to do day 19, and we're going to do daily dead counts. And then we're going to celebrate the deaths of humans and going, look, see, Biden did it? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go further. We're going to go further. Watch.
Behind enemy lines, day 19.
Day 19, Americans held hostage, abandoned behind enemy lines by Joe Biden and his administration. But they call this an incredible success, an extraordinary success, the right decision that they made. And they stand by it. They still don't know
Pause.
exactly
How are we going to get
All right,
out?
let me ask you this question. Are they still alive?
Yes.
Press play.
how many of our fellow Americans are actually trapped in Afghanistan.
Okay.
What's the official number?
And are they still alive?
All right, what's the number there, Sean?
I'm hearing estimates as high as 1,000, maybe more. There's no plan whatsoever
5,000, 10,000, a million?
to get them out. There's no military help. There's no diplomatic help. And they're even saying you're on your own. Our own State Department. We'll get to that in a minute. No extraction efforts. Latest State Department.
I heard that there are a few hundred of them are journalists. That's, I think there's there it is. There it is.
I think that's pretty much what it boils down to, Sean, isn't it?
Get them out. All
Let's
right?
hear what you got to say next.
Alert telling people trapped behind enemy lines, make contingency plans to leave when it's safe to do so, that do not rely on U.S. government assistance.
That's because they're not government employees. They're fucking journalists. And they're
They're-
over there. I love it.
If that's not Americans being abandoned, I don't know what is. Do not rely on the U.S. government for assistance. Take that in. Remember, just 2 weeks ago, August the 19th, Biden proclaimed, if there are any American citizens left, we're going to stay until we get them all out. As the New York Post points out, that was just one of 6 major lies Biden told us.
6 lies Joe Biden told about Afghanistan.
Yeah, but Trump said 6 lies every day, every hour of every day.
Every day.
Allied partners. On August 20th, Biden said, quote, we're making the same commitment to get out those Afghans
Pause it.
who worked alongside us.
It's just a problem, Hannity. No one listens to you. That's the problem.
Tucker's better than you.
At least people listen to Tucker.
Us. Now, there are thousands of our partners with no way out, maybe as many as 10,000 plus, I'm told. In fact, a senior State Department official told Reuters News that the majority of Afghans who helped the United States did not make it out of Kabul. Even Biden's own Afghan.
Oh, I bet you that breaks your heart, you Islamophobe.
I made it out of there. And here I am sitting right now talking to you, Sean.
We're all home here, Sean, so who cares?
Interpreter, guy that helped save his life from Afghanistan. He's hopelessly trapped in the country. Well, Joe, you have all the great ways to say thank you. And just listen to this former Afghan interpreter on Fox and Friends earlier today.
This is what Fox has. This is what Fox has. Right here. It's terrible. CNN sells it.
Yeah.
Every single time. This is what we have. Sean Hannity.
Yeah, and he brings in this fucking third-rate dude.
Yeah, that looks...
Who's been in America for like the last 15 years, and he actually was one of the interpreters
Yes.
back in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're feeding him fucking mushrooms, you can see. Look at his face.
To see if they can
He's totally
find the
tripping.
right, resource to get out, and I'm working my best here as well to see if I can get them out, if not the U.S., because they made a promise and they not kept it.
Yeah, and he's talking about the little men that live in the house.
Has put everyone in jeopardy. You also told me real quick there are assassinations going on right now, correct?
They are going home to home. They're
Wait a second.
They're going home to the mushroom home? Where are you going with that, brother?
I thought he was back here. He's over there now?
Yeah, he's gone. He's tripping.
I must have missed the fact that he's back there and he's watching all the assassinations. But yet he's on TV right now. Fox News. Showered, shaved, and
asking
Yeah,
if they have
but
been
he's still
associated with the U.S. troops, armed forces, or government, or they have been in Afghan national special forces, and they would execute them right away.
Now, this brings us to Joe Biden, line number 3.
guess we didn't get the rest of what he just said. Did we? Cut it off right there. I want to see the whole interview. Re-report, you decide. Bullshit. Total bullshit.
I don't understand how my man Brad can pause all the videos and not let me pause. He won't share.
Well, all you have to do is say, wait, hold on a second. You don't have to say, hey, pause that video.
Hey, wait a minute.
Let's try.
Did Biden promise to get our Afghan
Okay,
forces
pause.
out? He
See? See? That wasn't fast enough.
All right, let's go.
also promised
right.
to extend this
All
commitment.
right, pause. Okay, now you get...
Vulnerable Afghans.
Okay, start.
Women leaders and journalists. Well, according to the Washington Post, they rarely agree with little old Sean Hannity. Not only did Biden leave scores of journalists behind, he also abandoned more than 100 U.S. government...
Josh Rogan on Tuesday.
Josh Rogan.
That's what it says. Josh Rogan on Tuesday. Opinion. The U.S. government left its own journalists behind in Afghanistan. Really?
Joe Rogan misspelled his name again. He was so stoned.
Was it his brother, Josh Rogan?
No, it was him. It's Joe Rogan.
journalists and their families. He also left behind countless high-profile women, including the highest-ranking Afghan female police officer, who is...
Was she in charge of traffic?
No, she wasn't. She was definitely on the DUI.
now on the run from the Taliban. Sadly, she's not the only person running for her life. According to the BBC tonight, many of these former Afghan police officers and soldiers are now being hunted down and they are being killed. Lie number 4 by Joe Biden, he claimed there are no parallels between this withdrawal and Vietnam. I guess that was only a partial lie, since this withdrawal...
You even remember what happened with Vietnam or anything?
1969 to 74.
I have no idea, though.
I do know that the first person that earned a Medal of Honor came out of the Vietnam War. His name was
Forrest Gump.
Joe Rogan.
Forrest Gump from that Louisiana.
Yeah, he was from Arizona or something.
Right. Yeah, one of those Gulf states.
Withdrawal is demonstrably worse. Line number 5, Biden's promise to provide close air support to the Afghan army. Well, that stopped after he abandoned Bagram Air Base in July, and actually, in truth, it stopped almost on day one that he.
So we're loose. You know what we need to do is that we need to Google these facts. Like, we need to watch this shit. Yeah. Google the facts, and then have on ads be able to fucking talk the talkie point. That way we know what the fuck is going on.
Fact check.
Because they're moving. Yeah, no, we're recording. We can always just recording it. So we can...
Oh, we're actually recording this?
Yeah. Yeah, you want to stop and look at...
Give me what you want, what you really, really want.